Everybody in this space needs this device that you're seeing on my screen right here. But before I tell you what this device is, I'll tell you a quick story. Imagine you're someone that saves your money in crypto and then you're saving in a centralized exchange like Bybit, Binance, Bitget, or any of your centralized exchange. You woke up one day and discover that your funds are gone. Not because you were hacked or that the blockchain is bad, but simply because the exchange crashed. This is exactly what happened back then in 2022 when FTX crashed. A lot of people woke up and discovered that they have lost access to their funds. I had a friend back then that recently got an admission into the university. He was saving his funds in crypto in hopes that when he resumes school, he's going to use these funds to pay his school fees, house rent, and some other bills. But he woke up that day to realize that his funds were gone simply because you decided to use a centralized exchange. This was the same thing that happened to a lot of people back then. But what you need to know is that it is not everybody that were affected during this era, and the people that were not affected were those that had access to these gadgets you're seeing on my screen right here. This is the OneKey Classic 1S, and this is the original package it came in. Now, it took just 1 week for this package to arrive. I didn't buy it. The company decided to send it to me so that I can review it for you guys to see. Now, I like the way they package this thing, but the sellotaping is just too much. I struggled a lot while trying to open it. But finally, upon opening it, this is what is inside. This is the one key itself. This is the packaging. The box looks so premium, almost as if purchasing a new phone. But then, upon opening it, this is what you find inside. You get this their classic case here. I don't know, this hardcover classic case. This is what you see inside. Then you're gonna see this. If you open this, I think this should be the manuals and some other things inside. Let's go ahead and check it. You see this okay, this hardcover yoke, whatever it is. Then this should be okay. This is the app. If you want to download the app on your phone, this is where you get to scan it and then you download the application to your device. And these are the guides. Yeah, you can see this is the guides. Now this one is just a sticker, so in case I want to stick it to my wall or my appliance or whatsoever. But then we'll come back to that later on. Then, exploring the casing further, this is the recovery sheet. What you need to know is that this is a hardware wallet. When it comes to the Web3 space, there are different types of wallets. There are cold wallets and there are hot wallets. Hot wallets are those ones that you access on your phone, like your Trust Wallet, MetaMask, and the likes. These wallets are okay, they are secure. But the problem with this is that whenever you try to create a wallet on this, that's your seed phrase that is being generated for you. It is generated locally on your phone storage. So it is stored inside your phone storage even though you cannot access it. That is after you've written this your seed phrase on a sheet of paper or wherever you might have stored it. You personally cannot access it. But if a hacker, let's say you mistakenly click a malware site on your phone, or you mistakenly click a phishing site or whatsoever, or your device gets hacked, these people will be able to fish out your seed phrase from your phone storage, even though you personally cannot view it. So this is why they are hot wallet and they are not secure. This is now the secure version, which is a hardware wallet. And this one came from One Key. So I'm gonna open it now and we'll see how it looks like. Although I was expecting this thing to be bigger than this. When I saw it in the picture, I thought it was going to be very big, but it's still okay nevertheless. The packaging is very, very, very okay. Now, this is the device you're seeing on my screen here. I'm going to show you how to set this thing up, and I'm going to show you how to, use it to do a transaction. If we check the box further, you're going to see that it also has a USB cable, USB-C cable. So if I take this out, I love this cable. The cable looks very premium. I mean, everything is packaging is just so premium. If you want to get this device, you can check the One Key website. This is not the only one that is there. This is the One Key 1S. There are other versions. There is a lesser version, and then there are others. This one, as you can see, uses button. But there are other versions of it that are screen touch. That is, you have to press the screen. And there are some that even has fingerprint and some other special features. But if you're someone that is just starting in the Web3 space, I think this is okay for you. You can explore their website and see the different versions that they have in case you want to purchase. So here is the device right here, and this is how it looks like. Very premium look. If you look at the bottom, it has a USB-C receptor, USB-C port, whatever you call it. That functions for charging, although it is not for only charging. There are also other functions that it functions for, which we are going to be talking about in a bit in this video. Now I'll remove it and go ahead and turn it on. This is the power button here. So you press and hold it until it powers on. Now, if you notice, there are some flickering on the screen. This is not from the key. This is not from the device. It's the way my camera is viewing it. That is why you can see it is blinking like that. I don't know what I'm gonna do to stop it, but it's my camera that is viewing it like that. The device is perfectly okay. Now, the next thing you want to do on this page is to select your language, English. Then I'm going to go ahead. You can take your time and read all of these instructions that are being shown to you on the screen. So I'll go ahead again. Now, for this, I already created a wallet. So I can go ahead and import my wallet, or I can create a new wallet for the purpose of tutorial of this video. So I noticed that the battery was kind of low, so I'm going to go ahead and plug it into power. Now, unlike your mobile phone, whenever you're creating a wallet on your phone, you need to be connected to the internet. But for this device, it does not require an internet connection. So the seed phrase that is going to be generated on this device has never touched the internet before, and therefore it is safe. So it is generated on this device and it lives forever on this device. Unless, of course, if you decide to take the seed phrase and import it into an online wallet or whatsoever. So I'm going to go ahead and click on create new wallet. And as you can see, these are the instructions. You can decide to create a 12 words, 18 words, or 24 words. The first one I created a 24 word, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to be creating a 12-word recovery phrase. So let's go ahead. On the next screen, you can see now the first word here is way. I'll go ahead and copy this word down. Then I'll go over to the next screen and copy the second word down to the 12th word, and then I'll show you what to do next on your screen. You could also decide to pick up this seed phrase sheet here, and then you can take out one of these sheets. As you can see, three came in it. So you could decide to pick one of these sheets, write the words here, the first word, the second word, third word, up to 12 or 18 or 24, depending on the one you are creating. After you must have copied down the seed phrase, as I have done already, on the next screen you have to check the written words again if they correspond. So I'm going to press over to the next screen and it's going to be showing me the 12 words where I have to check it again. In fact, I'm going to skip this writing of seed phrase down until when I'm done, and then I'll show you what and what to do. When you're done setting up your seed phrase, the next thing you want to do is to set up a 4 to 9 digit pin to protect your wallet. So anytime you turn on this device and you want to access your wallet, this is the pin that you're going to be putting in. Similarly to maybe putting a pin on your phone or any device that requires security. Once you set up your pin, you're going to come to this page where it tells you pin is set successfully. Congratulations, blah blah blah. I'm going to skip all of this message. You can take your time and read it. Just as I said, the battery is low, so I'm going to go ahead and plug it in once again. So the next thing I want to do now is to tap on here. Now, I'm going to show you how to connect this device to your phone and how to use it to sign transaction. But before that, let me walk you through what and what is on this screen. Now, when you come here, this is the general. If I come to general, this is where you get to turn on your Bluetooth or turn it off. This is the Bluetooth that you're going to be using to connect to your device whenever you want to sign a transaction. I'll be showing you that towards the end of this video. And this is where you get to select your language, the auto log, the shutdown, the USB, and whatever. So let's head back. This here is, now let me go back again. So let's head back now. Now, if I decide to come down here, this here is the security. This is where you get to change your PIN, check your recovery phrase, passphrase, reset device, and whatsoever. So in case you want to reset the device and put a new password, this is where you get to do that. This is where you get to know about the device, the security key, management, and whatsoever. Now, for this security key is, like I said, this USB is not just for charging alone. Aside from creating secret recovery phrase on this device, you could also decide to use this device as a security key. There are some applications that is going to require you. I think Binance does that, but for the sake of the length of this video, I'll not be showing that. So there are some applications that you will have to use this thing as the security key. So just like a fingerprint, anytime you put fingerprint on your phone, like this my phone, if I put my fingerprint, it turns on. It's a security key. So there are some applications that might require such, but not fingerprint on your phone. So it will require that this device must be connected to your phone before you can access that app. So it's a form of security 2FA function, something kind of something. So if I put in this, and then that is when I'll be able to, but then you get to know about that. Let's focus on making transaction with this device. So that is basically about that. I've set up all that needs to be set up. The next thing we want to do now is to go ahead and download the app. To download this app, you can decide to go directly into your Play Store and search for OneKey. This is it on my screen here, or you could decide to scan the QR code. I already did that and I already have the app on my phone. So the next thing I want to do now is to open up my application. When you open up this application on your phone for the first time, you get the option of connecting either with your Apple device if you use an iPhone, or connecting with your Google, that is creating a wallet with your Google, or connect with hardware wallet, which is what you're seeing on my screen here. So I'm going to go with the hardware option. When you click on the hardware, you can see there are different types of hardware wallet. There is the OneKey Pro, there is the OneKey Classic 1S, there is the OneKey Touch, but this is the one I currently have, the 1S. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on this. Then I'm going to do an allow. I already turned on the Bluetooth on this device. If you look here, you're going to see that the Bluetooth is turned on. So you can see the name of the device is K5923 and it has located it. So the next thing I want to do is to tap on the device to connect it, and there should, okay, let's go ahead and check. So this is it on my screen here. The next thing I want to do now is to enter my PIN. That is the PIN that I set up while setting up this my device. So what this basically means is that this place is 9. If here is 9, this button that is here is 9, here is 3, here is 2. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my PIN. Or you could also decide to press on this enter on device and then you put on the PIN on your device instead. But I have done this on the phone. Next thing I want to do is to tap on Mark, and then I'll accept the connection from my screen here. Continue. So you can see the connection is currently working. So you can see the connection is currently working. Now, for those of you that might ask questions like, how do you get your wallet address? This device will only create your seed phrase for you. So to get wallet address is what is currently happening while I'm setting it up on this my phone. And it is not connected on the internet. So the seed phrase is currently living in this device, just as it would have lived on your phone if you decided to use a hot wallet. So this is it here. It has connected successfully. If I tap on this account one here, you can see, you're going to see that it is the device that is connected, OneKey. So I'm going to use it and test for a transaction and show you how it works. This transaction, this page currently is on EVM. It's just like any other wallet application that you know. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on this network session. I want to change it to core network because I'm going to be sending core to this place to test it for you. So let me select on network and let me go ahead and search for core. It supports most of your cryptocurrencies, thousands of cryptocurrencies, so you don't have to worry. So I'll go ahead and select my core. Once I select core, the network is going to be switched to core. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to receive core on this my wallet right now. So I'm going to go ahead and click on receive. Then I'll say receive from another wallet. Then I'm going to wait for it to generate the wallet for me that I'm going to be receiving from. So I need to first of all verify it on the device before the wallet can be generated. So I'm going to go ahead and verify on device. All right, this is my wallet address. As you can see, it is displayed on the phone and it's also displayed in the device. So the next thing I want to do is to accept this, accept that, and it is done. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this. Then I'll head into another wallet application on my phone and transfer the core into this. So this is another of my wallet where I currently have core, and I'm going to go ahead to tap on the send button. Then I'll select core, put in the wallet that I have just copied, then tap on my next button and I'm going to be sending, let's test it with 5 core since this is a test. So I'm going to tap on 5 core, tap on next and then transfer. Then I'll sign the transaction with my fingerprint. As you've seen, I'm doing all of this on my phone. It is sent already. Let's head back into my OneKey wallet and check for the core that I recently deposited. You can see it has reflected. That is why you see that this my balance has moved from $0.00 to 0.04. That is to say that my core has reflected. Now for us to check this, where am I going to check this? Let me tap on this send button and you can see this is the 5 core. So let's say for instance I want to send out of this my wallet now. Let's tap on send. Let's say I want to send back into that wallet where I just received it from. I'll go and copy that wallet address and send it there, and I'll show you that you need to sign the transaction from here. If not, it will not work. So I've copied my wallet address already, and I'll go ahead and paste it in. Then once it loads, the next thing I want to do is to tap on max. I want to send out all of the 5 core. And I'm going to go ahead and preview the transaction and wait for it to load. Okay, so I have to confirm it from here. Tap on the confirm button to confirm it. Now you can see it has connected to Bluetooth, and it has shown that I need to first of all approve it from this device before it will go. That is to say that if this my device is not with me, I will not be able to sign this transaction. You see, it is showing unknown EVM chain, the chain ID is blah blah blah. But then let's proceed since I'm the one that is doing this. I'll go ahead and proceed. This is the address I'm sending it to. I'll proceed, and all right, so it has been approved and sent successfully. As you can see, transaction submitted. So if I check my wallet right now, I realize that my core has been sent into it. So this is the basic step-by-step guide on how to use this device. If you want to purchase this device, you can go to the OneKey store. This is the link on my screen here, or you check the description box of this video if you're watching from YouTube. If you use my code, which is the code you're seeing on your screen here, you're going to get 10% off whenever you are buying. So if you go to the website directly to purchase, you'll be able to purchase. But whenever you use my code, you'll now get a 10% off any purchase you're making. So let me know what you think about this device in the comment section of this video, and I'm gonna see you in my next video.